It was sentencing day in federal court for a former Alaska Airlines pilot who tried to shut off the engines of a plane mid-flight while on psychedelic mushrooms.
Yeah, Joseph Emerson was previously sentenced in Multnomah County on 88 counts of reckless endangerment of another person and also endangering an aircraft. He spent 50 days in jail. He'll be on probation for 5 years, and he's paid more than $59,000 in restitution to the passengers on that flight. He was also stripped of its pilot's license and all flying credentials.
Fox Spencer Schott was in federal court today as Emerson was sentenced on the single federal count of interfering with flight crew members. So, Spencer, what did the judge decide?
Well, Pete, Nora, the judge told the packed courtroom this morning she did not agree with these federal charges being filed against Emerson. She said him losing his flight credentials and the sentencing that he received from the county should be punishment enough, so she decided to sentence him just to time served.
It's just relief.
Yeah, overwhelmed that he's getting to be able to help lots of pilots and not be locked up.
Family and friends of Joseph Emerson celebrated the judge's ruling Monday morning. Before the judge made her decision, we heard from Emerson's wife, Sarah Stretch, who said the last 2 years, Emerson has turned his life around. He's gone back to school to study addiction studies and is working towards a certificate for recovery assistance. Emerson and his wife have also started a nonprofit called Clear Skies Ahead, with the goal of helping other pilots who are experiencing mental health issues like addiction, and to lobby for changes in the airline industry, such as avoiding punishment for pilots trying to address mental health problems.
That if you're a pilot and you're going through, say you're going through marriage counseling, you need to report that on your medical to your physician when they're doing your medical, and then they could actually take you, feel they're not fit to fly, because that could be one of the items, and then you would have to get the treatment that you need, which might take 6 months.
But in court, we also heard from multiple people who were on that flight back in 2023 when Emerson tried to cut the engines while off duty and riding in the cockpit's jump seat, forcing an emergency landing in Portland. One passenger said 2 years later, she's still traumatized and no longer feels safe flying. We also heard from the co-pilot who was in the cockpit during Emerson's episode. The co-pilot testified trying to get Emerson out of the cockpit was like approaching a cornered animal, but said this case highlights the need for better mental health screenings for pilots. In the end, the judge sentenced Emerson to time served and 3 years of supervised release. Now, after the judge's ruling, I asked Emerson and his wife for an interview, and while they declined, they said they are excited to be able to move forward with their life. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Spencer Schott, Fox 12 Oregon.